All right, we are live. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, David? Bassman, Her Ladyship, and Basswoman. Now, I have good news. New headset. This one I've trialed. I put it through an hour and a half yesterday with my German class, which I do online. And it held up no problems. So I am going to be bold enough to suggest today we're not going to get a fist put somewhere particularly sensitive, and I am not talking about in my face. You all know what I'm talking about. The whack. Let's get a little more comfortable. Yeah, that's the nuts and bolts, peeps. So yeah, the staff at Officeworks were very understanding as to my frustrations and the like, But yeah, fixed. Anyway, today we're back on the P-51D. And the other thing I'll make mention of, and this one comes with a long enough cord that in a worst case scenario I could conceivably go wire in. So that's a good outcome as well. That's the one it actually comes with. So that's good stuff, Yeah. So no longer shall we be befuddled. Wait, I could do this with a Churchill Indian voice. Never again shall we be befuddled by the trials and tribulations of dud headsets. Robster is extremely silly. All right, now we all know what we're going to come to before. Caffeine, I tell you, by golly, by gosh, by crikey. Now, round we come. Just zoom in a bit. Now, what we'll do, assembly sheets. Here's our friendly little aircraft. Now, I don't know how much we're actually going to be doing on this. It'll probably be more stuff in here we're putting together. So this we shall now do. This we shall. Let's have a look at what we got to do, kids. And indeed, I am correct. So let's get all of that happening, shall we? Because where we are, in the bigger scheme of things, is here. Step, I'll move you across a bit so you can see a bit better. Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad she likes it. Now, this is where we are. It's all pretty straightforward, peeps. I'm sure we can work this out. And along the way, well, here's a question. Also, of course, propeller. We can do that at the same time. Delete. Now. Options. When it comes to under the aircraft, as far as on the wings, we can go either these or these. I kind of prefer the look of them, but yeah. Not quite sure what they are, to be honest. I think they're just standard drop tanks, but yeah, whatever. What? ever. All right, let's cut to the chase, shall we? So, foist. And here we have our wheels. Dun, 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 dun. Now we're looking for wheel stalks. Here's our wheel covers. We'll go stalks first, I reckon. Ah, here's one. Wonder if the other's in the. Let's just have a bit more of a rummage. A rummage and a scrummage. I reckon I might have a quick gander in blue box of bits. So I don't see it in the box. Hang on a moment. Indeed we do. Boom. Oop, you don't belong here. Need to come out just yet. Right, there we are. There's one of them. In fact, there's both of them. Convenient, that. Now, any tidy ups I will do. This is vis-a-vis the paintwork on the wheels and stuff. I can do pretty easily after the fact, because it's just going to be there and there sort of a deal. I'll give you a bit more of a zoom in. Give me a moment. There we go. Now, yeah. So if I just go snip and file there, given that that's going to be, bang, and it's going to sit out from everything, I'm quietly confident I can manage that little effort. It's not rocket science now, is it, kids? So, I'm going to zoom out just a little, maybe a little more. There we go. Now, get these out of the way just for a moment. So I hope we're all doing well today. I'm, by mere virtue of the fact that I know the headset issue is resolved, I'm already off to a flyer. I have a few things to do today. I plan to go and visit my former neighbour, who's still in hospital, poor guy. Been there for some time. He's in his mid-80s and he was healthy, pretty healthy. And then cancer hit. It's been a bit of a shit show for the man. I'm trying to remember if they've actually finally got it treated, but it's hammered him. Yeah. But I'm going to drop in and say good day to him. His wife will probably be there. I'll take them in a bit of a baked treat that I've made. And, what kind of knees bent advancing behaviour is that? Give me a moment, guys. That's there. Stay there, bloody thing. That's happened a couple of times, but I'm not quite sure what the drill is with that. Start there. Yeah, we should be good, theoretically. Now let me I might just adjust that again. Hey, hey. Now and zoom in. Right, now where was I? Okay, I may as well as do them one at a time as far as off the sprue sort of a caper. And so this, let's see how nicely it fits. Very nicely. Oh, look at All right. Well, before I continue, I'm going to. Oh, I shall. I'm sure he will appreciate that. Um, he's probably soon going to be well enough to leave hospital, but it's questionable as to whether or not he will be able to return home. That's the reality. But he and his wife are well enough. Certainly, his wife's quite well, but she's got some mobility issues. I mean, like I said, they're in their mid-80s. So if they find a nice, not necessarily full-on nursing home, but certainly retirement villagey sort of a caper, but, you know, I think they've already started sizing places up because they know that's the reality. They're not stupid, or trying to sort of kid themselves. They know what the drill is. So I'm just looking for the lid now. Where to put that? That was one of the mistakes I think my mum made. Easy to say from the sideline. She was kidding herself sometimes about her objectives in trying to live at home. But again, it's easy to say that when you're not the one who's having to deal with the idea of living in a home. Boom. And she's on, kids. That easy. Yeah. It's just one of those things, peeps. But yeah. It's, I'll tell you something funny, though. His name's Bill. He's got a good sense of humour. And last time I visited him, Lenny, that's his wife, was there. And at one stage, because he was having when I arrived, he was having a bit of a snooze sort of a deal. And Lenny had tried to wake him up without too much success. And so we were just chatting, and the nurse came in, and she needed to wake him up for something. Also needed to sort of like just run some standard questions they do just to see how he's sort of like traveling cognitively and stuff. And he's doing okay on that front. Anyway, the nurse pointed over at me and Glennie. Right, now, do you know these people? Is there? Oh, no. They're very bad people. I don't know them at all. And when, yeah, it was, they said, no, seriously, do you know? Of course, I know them. Yeah, nice. So even when he's unwell, he's managed to keep a good sense of humour about things. And good on the man. What else are you going to do? Yeah, give me a moment. There's something I want to quickly check. I see how it rolls on. Yep, that's interesting. So the cover actually goes differently. I would have anticipated that the cover goes on that side. It actually goes on the wheel side. That's interesting. Yes. Anyway. So yeah. Anyway, I've got that. I've got acupuncture. I do have a Latin lecture. So yeah. And along the way, I want to do some writing. There's a bit shy for doing exercise outside, so I have to do maybe some forms inside. Wouldn't mind. Actually, got some very exciting. I've had a bit of a musical dilemma over the past few weeks and lost a bit of my mojo on that. But I had a lesson yesterday, and I'm really, really keen to put some of the exercises I was given to use. Looking forward to it. So yeah, I've got a busy day planned, and that's always a good thing in my eyes. Oh, hey John, how you doing? No. There'd be okay. First up, I don't generally do that sort of thing. It's an interesting notion. I've never done that. Um, but as a quick little aside, were I to do so, I wouldn't use the type of 109 the kit is. The kit's a 109A. And it never would have flown against a Mustang. These are the things. I'm sure you can see how that rolls out. So, in that context, I wouldn't use that type of 109 anyway. I'd probably go 109G. I'd have to see. But you get the idea. I'm waffling. But again, I've never really tried doing that. That's an interesting idea. I'm more of a put them on the ground sort of a man, you know what I'm saying? Now, and not quite. Oh, audio. There we go. Lovely. Nice and easy. The way it should happen. So here's our, if you look at one of them. Yep. There we go. Yep. Now, and back a bit. Now. Yep. Next, we shall put the blades into the propeller, I would suggest. Seems like a pretty fair move in my eyes. Then we actually can do some of this step as well. We can get, oh wow. Wow. We're making a lot of, now something I'd also like to do on this underside area. Okay, there's our aircraft. I'll pop these over here to dry. I would say we're going to have the P-51D possibly completed the next one, well, not today, obviously, but maybe Wednesday, as in a couple of days. Oh, hey, Jeff, how are you doing? I'll be perfectly straight with you, mate. I've got no idea what a Hoffman wheel hubcap is. I'm gathering, at risk of sounding, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word is. Facetious, potentially, I guess. It's a type of hubcap. But yeah, I'm not actually familiar with them. Okay, now we're actually going to do a quick bit of painting. We are. And I've forgotten to get one of the types of paint I require. But what it is obviously there's the navigation lights to be done, but also right. Is that pretty much the standard for if you see hubcaps on World War II or US aircraft from World War II, that's the standard sort of production line? Just that, this is information I do not know. I like information I do not know because I'm learning stuff. These are different coloured lights. I don't think there's supposed to be a transparent green. I don't think I have that. So I'll have to get some later today. But yeah. Now, thank you, John. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, thanks. Do that. Yeah, right. Oh, I'm learning stuff now. Something I want to do before I get started on this painting is actually change my rinsing water because it is what we baldmen call fucking feral. And that's my nice version of it. It is it's a bit yucky. It's a bit yucky. Now, give me a moment. There's something I also want to check out. Right. Right. So, just checking a colour thing here very quickly. Here's the colour code. Rightio. And, oh, that's convenient. Ooh, convenience. Bang, bang. We'll do it that way. All right. Let's just change this water and we'll... Oh, sorry, guys. It's blurry as all hell. There we go. And then we can get started on that. Why am I taking that with me? I do not need to take that with me. What are you doing, big boy? What are you doing? What are you doing? Now. Now. Next, we shall. So I'm going to open up this blind and have a look outside. Oh yeah, she's a murky day. No real surprise for that day. We're talking about an inch of rain. That's imperial. Because I was raised with a fair bit of imperial measurement, I still use it a fair bit. For those in metric, 2.5 centimetres is coming our way apparently. I don't see it, but then I'm not a weather forecaster. Now, next, we shall piece of paper for the occasion, or piece of card even. Do I have one? I do. I do. It's fly on the wall. Sorry, that's the phrase "I do" reminds me. There's a scene from Family Guy. Bassman, you might be. Cool. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks, man. Anyway, yeah. The I do is from the Conspiracy Fly from Family Guy, and it's got this thing where they're painting, and yes, I think Bassman does know. I think I've told you guys, I've mentioned it before, but yeah, the Conspiracy Fly. I think his opening line is Because when shuttles explode, it's not always an accident. Who is this guy? Who am I? A conspiracy fly. Did you know that NASA means deceive in Hebrew? I did not. The Denver airport was built by the Illuminati. Just what? AK-47. And eventually, Lois gets sick of his nonsense. And says, Peter, shoo him out of here. I just want to see if he's got a ban from, ban from Apple podcast. I do. There we go. And that's where it comes from. I do. It's fly on the wall. So 47 is the red, which goes that side, and there's also, and this is the important part, the front one of those. This we will now do. Goggles, goggles, goggles. Yeah, goggles, goggles, goggles. Oh, yeah. Where the hell did I put them? Ah, there they are. Yeah, maybe put the, now that we've got, well, we'll see if, this is, of course, for me, with the new headset, the acid test as to whether they actually do function, is whether they're going to survive through the stream. If they do this, I'm a happy camper, and I'll turf the box. But let's see how that rolls out, shall we? Now, up a bit. Wrong way, Rob. There we go. There we go. I'm just going. Almost. There we go. And finally, in this color. There we are. What we've done there is navigation light and that light there. Exciting stuff, I'm sure you'll agree. Zoom out. Goggles off for a moment. Actually, I just realised I could, theoretically, make transparent green because I have yellow and blue here. What do I think of that idea? It's an interesting notion. Notion in the ocean. Do I? Dear. Now I've gone for the B-52s. Now 138. I believe that's yellow. Yellow. Yellow again. Ah, no, that's the clear green. Okay, so that means that, yep, transparent yellow is the bottom one of those three. And you know what? I reckon there's every possible. I might as well give it a crack with mixing the paints. It can't be that hard, can it? Actually, here's an amusing line of thought on that front. I should do it on a matter of principle. The principle being, here we go. And there is one. Um, one of my great grandfathers was a master painter, or paint maker rather, back in the day when you had to make the paints. Now, he'd be turning in his grave to know his great grandson wasn't even able or willing to entertain the notion of combining or merely combining two colours. I should try and hold up the family standards. So I'm going to give it a burl, I reckon. What's the worst that can happen? And you never know. I might go, there is something to this. And indeed, I recall, here's a fun fact for you, kids. Manuel, as in MP Models, showed me there's an app you can get that will look at a colour and analyze it and break it down to its constituent parts, so you can actually make that colour with specific quantities of X percentage of this, X percentage of that. So, you know. All right, now. All right, now. Oh, dear. There we come. A bit higher. There we go. Almost done in this color. And in fact, boom. Use my hand to. Oh, I can do it that way. There we go. Now, next, we're going to go for a bit of transparent blue. Just on that wingtip there. And then we're going to see about mixing this yellow and blue thing together. Weighted wheels. The plot thickens. Oh, hey, Big Racer, how you doing? Ah, is that what they're for? I did wonder. Now, rinse. Next, we shall blue. I'm getting actually quite kind of keen on this idea of mixing the two paints. Yes I am. Now, so this one, we just come around to here. Oop. Hang on a moment, not quite getting my... Boom. Now, clean brush. And then we're going to go and see about... Now, do I want to try and guide stuff from the two existing piles? No, I probably don't. I probably need to sort of put it all into one and then mix it in, but equal amounts is going to be the key thing, I would suggest. All right, let's do this. Now, first, what I would benefit from having, I would say, is... Just put that over there. There we go. Now, ooh, convenient. Don't need these because, of course, we have already got those in. So what I'm going to do is going to go bam and bam, 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 bam. So stop. And that'll be our stirring little mixing stick. Hit it with my mixing stick. Hit it. Oh dear. Dearie me. It didn't quite work as well as hit me with your rhythm stick, but never mind. Now, so we'll actually, let's see if we can count this out. Do it by like drops, literally. 1, 2, 3. So logically, come on. Come on. Why aren't you playing the game so nicely now? Alright, where's my pins? Give me a moment, guys. They're around here somewhere. Is that them there? No. Oh no, no, here they are. Here they are. I would say it possibly just got dried up in that short. Yeah, it has. Tricky. What the hell? Alright, 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. Alright. And not quite. maybe a bit more yellow is what I think what we're going to be requiring here. Try one more drop. See how much that changes it. Not yet. This mixing by colour is not as easy as I thought. I'm probably overthinking it. But I also want it to be a really bright, sort of transparent green. This ain't the colour I'm looking for. If anything, it's just going to need a lot more yellow. It is green, but it's not bright enough. That's the issue we're having here. Which is, now we're starting to get places. I think, maybe. Let's mix all of that. Dear oh dear, guys. I won't lie to you, John. I don't actually know that much about the tech specs of a lot of the aircraft that I build. What I do know is that I like the way they look, and I like the history of them. Yeah, I'll give you a zoom in on the colour I've got so far. It's a bit yucky and not really plausible for using. And I'm starting to think that maybe I'll just go and buy some because it'll be fucking easier. At the moment, what I've got is this. And that's not even, it might be transparent, but it's not close to the green that I'm after. I'd have thought I was needing a more bright green, you know. It would require quite a lot of yellow. At the moment, I'm getting this mucky muck. And I'm not convinced it's even close to the right sort of a colour in the first place. That's the other thing. So I think I'm better off just going, no. That's, no. Oh, well, I mean, I could. And that is transparent, that much I do know. Or it should be because I use two transparent colours. Nah, I'm going to buy some. At least I gave it a thought, gave it a whirl. Wasn't happy with the outcome, but it's okay. Now, what's the saying? You never know if you never go. Well, at least I gave it a go. Right, let's get this propeller done. Or at least the blades. Now. Oh, give me a moment. There we go. Wasn't happy where I put the box. I was a little concerned it would, or the box of stuff. I was a little concerned it might fall, whereupon spilling a large amount of things all over the place. And there would be a great wailing, gnashing of teeth. Yes, there would. Well, that is the deal, isn't it? It's like when you get suggested to be, oh, you want to give this a go? Oh, but I won't be any good at it. How the fuck do you know? What is this? I won't be any good at it. Where's the self-belief in this, you know? Actually, I mean, as a quick little aside, I mean, Ozzy's got a whole song lyric about that. You've got to believe in yourself, or no one will believe in you. That goes for anything. Give it a crack, guys. You might be good at something. You never know. You might learn something. You might have a good time. Who would have thought? Hmm. All right. I'm Ken Brockman, and that's my 2 cents worth. Now let's get this going on, shall we? Go that way. Bob Ross. He'd be on YouTube, you'd think. Itchy ear, sorry. Just while I'm scratching my ear and moving my headset. I'll give that a bit of a YouTube search when I have some time at my disposal, possibly later today. Now. Now. Loot. And is that no? No. In you go. Don't lie to me. It's not just sitting there, which is a bit. Because you got to get all 4 of these in. No, I see. Well, yeah, if you get it right, it does look very nice and sit correctly. Oh, that's good work on their behalf, actually. I'll zoom in for this, guys. Ha! Giving things a go is, look, and the other thing I'd also say about giving things a go, don't just go in half-hearted. Go in hammer and tongs. At least if you give it a good solid crack, you know. Worst you're going to have to do is dust yourself off. Now, what I was going to show you that I think is really cool about this is just moving in for a moment. Okay. If you get that in correctly, you'll notice, hopefully you'll notice, that the curve of the propeller blade is absolutely on the money. And you think that's rather cool. At least I do. That's my opinion. Hey George, how you doing? Now, this one. Now we're fast approaching the time to see if this headset actually charges properly. If it drops out, I've got the wire. I'll just have to be silent for a bit, I guess. Actually, I need to go that side, not the other side. Now, not quite, boy wonder. Come on. This is very much a patience game. But that's not surprising either, is it now? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yep. Next. As far as the angle of them, now that's one of the things that they do for you, in terms of the, if that's what, once you get them in, there we go. Actually, that shows it quite well. If you get them in correctly, you can see how it naturally does that sort of, they do it all for you, which is a bit good. Um, have a good dinner, man. See you later. Thanks for dropping past. I do appreciate it. Now just click. There we go. It's not click, it's touch, but never mind. Alrighty. Now let's get this one done. It's coming together. It's all a bit exciting. Now, once we get these together, we will go for getting some bombs together. Or not bombs, I think they're fuel tanks. What am I saying? Bombs. Get all excited I am. We can just wipe that off. Lid back on. Oh, cunties. I would have preferred they actually just did the whole 4, you know. But, you know, which I mean, yeah, that say there. By which I mean I would have preferred that they moulded it as a 4. But okay. It is a thing that's not uncommon, so just deal, big boy. And be good. No. That's better. Don't sag on me. Why, you little? Again, why they didn't just... There we go. Mould a 4-bladed propeller, I do not know. However, be that as it may, it's coming together. Last one. Mouthful of coffee required, I tell you, people. Now, then, like I said, we'll get the drop tanks together. So, then we can probably get a couple of other things on the undercarriage. This is all very good, certainly in my eyes. Oh. It's this side. I do that every bloody time. There we go. And maybe just a little. There we go. All right. Got some glue on my fingers then. And oops, yeah, they're a bit clumsy at times. But boom. And we'll just let that dry now. All right, next. Bring this over. Actually, no, not yet. Next, we shall ah, ooh, convenience. It looks like I've already got the drop tanks ready to rock and or roll. So at that point, we may as well, give me a moment, paints. That's for one drop tank. Oh, sorry. No, I'm not. What am I saying? Yeah. I wonder, and I'll stop myself from dropping into the, I think it was Frankie Valley? Oh, now I'm going to do it. You know that, don't you? The why, wonder. Why? That's not what I'm wondering why. I'm wondering if the, I can never do Frankie Valley, is way too high up in the vocal range for me. Now, what do we have here? 9. Robin. Give me a moment. Wo ist? Well, that's not them, is it? Or it, rather. What's that? The part I'm seeking, I'm not finding. And that's not a disaster. It's just an inconvenience. It's definitely not in there. Okay, that's inconvenient. Let's have another look in the in here just one more time. I'll probably look straight past it. Would probably be the likelihood. You would think. Because that's how it generally happens. Mind you, there's not a lot of stuff in here to not to miss it on, if you know what I'm saying. Robin. Well, what that leads me to think about doing is, and in fact I have a very easy solution to this. So, well, I'll have a whole stack of spare parts for this in various areas. last. Nah. Nah. Alright, let's just get on with things. Actually, what I'll do, because I want to do them together. Let's do it. So, what we'll do, instead, get our plane over here, and we can start putting a few little bits and bobs on here. This we will now do, and I believe those bits and bobs. Now, one of them is rear wheel. I'm not sure if it's this one or the other one of these vent covers that goes there. And there's another vent thing that goes there, I believe. So we can do all of that. Give me a moment. Alrighty. Well, in an exciting development for those who have been through my headset angst, we have now crossed the hour. So what this means is that it would appear that we're on a winner. Yay! What is this doing here? What is this? Some sort of display? This is a cover. This is what it is. Anyway. Now, next. Assembly sheet. Two it, I thought. Rob, let's get them out, shall we? Here we go. So, right, it's G2 that goes there, and G3 that goes there, and the rear wheel is pretty self-explanatory. To my understanding, 2, that's the one that goes there. That goes on the front there. All right, let's do this now. We do need to keep this because that's the aerial. Aerial standard. It's got something that goes on the back anyway. So we'll pop that. Oh, there are a few other things on here, in fact. Let's just leave it completely intact. 1. Yeah. Yeah. Right, now. I think let's see how this sits. Move that off. More there. Now, hopefully, all being well, that will simply go. Not quite. I'll see where it's supposed to sit. Chicken. Now, let's have a closer look. It would need to be to there. Right. And, oh, looky that. Wait, you can see it. I'll move that camera around a bit. Oh, yeah, definitely winner chicken dinner material, buddy. Now, also on a winner chicken dinner, no glue, but that vent's sitting nicely. so that when we can rock that back just, oh, that's going to look nice. Let's do that. Let's get that on, shall we? But, oh yeah, we're doing well as far as on the headset, winning. All right, are we back? Good. No, I'm not muted. It just died on me. But thank you for thanks to the joy. This is why I view them as the chord option is less than ideal. But at the end of the day, it does allow me to continue the stream without having to stop. So, getting back to business. So, there we go. Yeah, just when I was going winner, winner, chicken dinner, it goes and puts its fist up my ass. What's a man to do? Well, I wouldn't be taking a fist up my ass with quiet dignity. I tell you that free of charge. But we'll leave that discussion there. I don't think there is a way to take it with quiet dignity, is there? Jesus. Oh, come on. There and there. Now. But at least I'm able to continue my stream with the use of the wire, as I said. Or at least that's something. There we go. Oops, a daisy. Wrong way. There we go. All right, there we go. So that's that vent in position. Yeah, cord to the rescue, but at the end of the day, as I said, the important part is stream continues. Yay, giggity. All right. Now, next. This goes on apparently. Let's have a look. Sprue cutters. Gotcha. Now, you go to the... Now, once we get this on and the rear wheel on, trying to think what else I'd want to get stuck into here. There's a few options I have. Well, maybe. In a lot of ways, I think I'd like to let stuff dry. Because, yeah. I mean, if I come back tomorrow, we can certainly nail out. Well, I will be back tomorrow, but that's when we can pretty much nail out everything else. I reckon we'll have this finished Wednesday. Certainly as far as main assembly goes. Weathering, let's have a look at it at the moment. It's not going to require much in weathering. I'm going to do some, I might do a bit of Google foo and see if sorry, I'm just checking. Yeah, I see how that rolls. That's going to look good. Yeah, I'll do some research to see how many combat missions the aircraft flew. It might require very little in the line of weathering. So we'll see how that rolls. We do. I would like, because once this is done, and equally the 109A will not need much in the line of weathering. Once they're done, and I reckon I can finish both of them off this week. I reckon we can probably get started on the Batmobile either of my Sunday or my Monday coming up. And I'd like that. Yes, I would. In fact, I'd even go first up a good solid week of Batmobile, and then I wouldn't mind getting a bit of work done on the Mustang car. But yeah, certainly I'd like to do maybe a good solid few sessions of Batmobile work. If you've got a pen handy, I'll give you my email address. And we can have a bit of a strategize about how we want to build the Batmobile in terms of did you want to paint the red stripes or decal them? Because they give us the decals, of course. Get on there. Why, you little. I'm actually going to use this. Actually, no, I'm not. That'll be abrasive. We'll go not with that. Come on. Get on there. Gotcha. I think. Yeah. Maybe. No. I actually think I don't need this one. I think that's just going to kill it. Because it's already got that one on. Now, if that one isn't going to slide in. Maybe it goes. There's how it goes. Wow, 3. A bit freaky. I see how it's supposed to go on. It's a bit gnarly. Give me a moment, guys. Give me. What is all this shit on my hands? Oh no. Oh. That's a disaster. Look at that. Shit. Hang on. It's supposed to be 42. Okay, hang on. Let me just be very calm about this. What I'm going to do. I had been warned that Hasegawa decals could be rumpty. Oh, your pen is ready. Okay. Send it to. Okay, I'm going to have to spell this first word out for you. Sifu, S-I-F-U. Then Rob. And then Astill, A-S-T-I-L-L. And that's at gmail.com. Let's say cool. Oh, God, another one's coming up. Shit. Let's stay cool. You stay in position, damn you. Don't need another one of this. So that would have to have gone. Jesus. Alright. So yeah, I hope you got that one. Yeah. If you haven't, I'll give it to you again in a minute. Now, that is what I'm going to, yeah, this is a bit of a stream wind up moment, so I'm going to want to let this settle once I get it back on. That's going to affect my capacity to handle it. Come here. I can't believe I'm handling this with my bare hands. Now what I'll probably have to do, don't you fucking start, is, come on, up we go. What, you're going to come off and now you're not going to move for me? Don't even think about it. That needs to be up higher. You stay put. Jesus. Hey, oh, this is not good, guys. The other option I have. Can I? Hang on. Almost there. Come on. Come on. Might have to settle for the. No, I can't. Jesus. Well, if you just click me an email, I'll have yours if you follow me. So yeah, just flick me an email saying hi. I'll have your email address. Give me, and then we can have a bit of a strategize. Now, let me just get back to this. Come on. You come off and now you're not moving. Don't give me that shit. Now we're getting places. Oh, you bitch. There we go. All right, it's not quite there. That needs to be. Thank you very little on the decal front, I must say. And breathe. Giving me the heaves, guys. There. Very frustrating, as I shouldn't even have to be going through this. You know? At least that's my take on it. Decals, once they're on and have been on for a few days, why are they moving? It's the question I'm having, and I need to take a breather, and I cannot, because otherwise these will sit in a completely bad position. Oh God, that's even looking worse. And breathe. Okay, so if we bring that up. Okay, so you need to want to go there. Okay. I'm going to do some of the tidy ups by painting. I would suggest. Almost saved it. All right. I've got the 4 saved. The 2 is not looking pretty. So, well, I will need to fix that mostly with. I'm wondering if I should remove the 2 altogether. And know what I'll do is I'll leave it there. I will tidy it up with paint. I'm going to have to. That's annoying. But at least I managed to salvage the 4 after it came completely off. God damn. Ah! And now to add insult to injury. I'm going to get this on, and then I'm winding up the stream because I'm now starting to get a wee bit glumpy. And it doesn't, I don't need to be grumpy, but you know. A bit of frustration attached here. I'm sure you can understand. I'll be damned, I'll put it in my bloody hand. So I did the first time. Breathe. Hey, you people. Don't even. Don't. Having a time, guys. Having a time. Deary, deary me. There used to be an ad over here for Minties. Basically, the big line was, and I don't know, you may even have had the same ad over in your country. Moments like these, you need Minties in terms of if you're having a shit time, have a Minty, you know. Yeah, moments like these, kids, you need Minties. All right. Well, that went from doing quite nicely to a bit of a clusterfuck overall pretty fast. Okay, but we still got quite a bit done. I don't want to pick the kit up at the moment because, yeah, I want those decals to settle, and then I'm gonna have to work out how I'm going to address that number 2. Yes, I am. I can't believe that happened. Although at least I managed to fix it. And overall, I'd view it as a pretty good save for the most part. But yeah, like I said, got a good save on the. Got a good save on the. At least got this happening. Got a good save on the decal somehow. The 2's the bad part, but I can tidy that up and it'll look fine. All will be well, good people. Mind you, again, first world problems now, really, isn't it? No worries, cool, Bassman. And yeah, like I said, we can have a bit of a email exchange on what's the best, how we want to go about this sort of a thing. So that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to doing the Batmobile. And it'll be good to do it as a sort of like a co-build. I like that idea. Yes, I do. Alrighty. Now, tomorrow I'll be... There's so many other things I need to consider before tomorrow. Thank you very much, David. Yeah, anyway. Now, thank you for watching, guys. I do appreciate it, particularly when things aren't going so smoothly. So yeah, when things are going smoothly, it's easier to watch them when it's going a bit rumpty. Hang on, I think I might get a bit of... There we go. You can actually see what my face looks like rather than this blur. Blur. First time viewers out there, yeah, you know what I'm about to suggest to you, don't you? It's follow, like, or subscribe. Boom. See you later. If you'd like to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. Glad you enjoyed it, Bassman. And Rob's to the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And what do I want you to do, people? I want you to follow, like, or subscribe. Alrighty. And tomorrow I will be back, and we'll be doing some more on the P-51D as to whether I fix up the paintwork or the decals tomorrow or whatever. But we will be doing stuff. What I might do is get all the side bits ready, and then we can look at that decal and go, right, here's what we're going to do, and boom. My pleasure, David. Right, and in the final analysis, all that is left for me to say is that I'll be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. And hopefully I'll catch you good people then. See yous.